Alright, hello everyone, it's Happy, and today we're talking about the tank that does not care about your armor and it's just going to smash right through you, and that is definitely going to be the Hori. Now, this is one of the few tanks that you can pretty much play on full gold and still get away with it, because this tank doesn't necessarily lose any alpha when it comes to switching to gold, right? So standard alpha on this tank is going to be 560, and with gold it's going to be 545. That is literally not even a proper, it's not even a proper reduction in alpha. It's not even going to count at all. And so when I play the Hori, sometimes I just go full gold and I really do not care. I don't care about switching. I play full gold and I do not have a problem penetrating anyone in the face. Like, this tank does not care, because gold penetration on this tank is 380 millimeters. So basically, this tank has a penetration of 380, while other TDs on its tier have something like 300. The E4, for example, has 275, right? So in this scenario, the Hori is absolutely going to destroy heavy tanks. This is the best counter to something like a Minotauro, an E3, an Object 268 version 4, a mouse. A mouse will be not even a problem. It's going to be a walking cardboard box, because you can smash right through the frontal plate and the bullet will, the bullet will probably go through the other side. You know what I mean? The shell. For those who are going to criticize me, but Happy, it's not a bullet, it's a shell. I'm sorry, I corrected myself. But anyway, what are going to be the disadvantages of this tank, right? Well, that is definitely going to be the weapon handling, guys. The weapon handling is not perfect on this tank, especially for the caliber that it has. So this tank has around 550 alpha, let's say 550, even though it's 545. And if you compare it to a tank like the 268, for example, the aim time on the 268 is going to be better, while the dispersion is going to be a tiny bit worse, while the alpha difference is humongous. The 268 has 690 alpha, while the Hori 550. Again, if you look at the Foch, which has 2 shots in its drum, so that's pretty cool, right? It basically has almost the same aim time and same dispersion, while being a tiny bit worse than the Hori. So in that scenario, I feel like the Hori is not the greatest at weapon handling, but it's definitely better than something like an E4, which has like terrible weapon handling after the update of 10.3. Now, when it comes to speed, this tank is also pretty decent. It's got 45 kilometers forward with a pretty okay power to weight ratio of 15.5 horsepower per ton. So that's not a big problem at all. Now, the biggest weakness, in my opinion, is going to be the 550 alpha. Now, I'm not saying that this is like justified, right? I'm not saying that this is something very bad. It's pretty good when it comes to the balancing side, right? 550 is good, because imagine the Hori having like 650 alpha. That would just be way too OP, and the developers needed to balance this tank out some way. Now, another special thing about the Hori, guys, is the fact that the armor profile got buffed, and it is very noticeable in game. Like, I can really feel this tank having a much better armor profile, and penning this tank has become much harder in random battles, and I can really feel it, especially when I'm fighting against a Hori. The Hori doesn't have a problem smashing my face in for 550, no matter my armor, no matter how hard I'm side scraping, and no matter how good my turret is. While at times it's very hard to pen the Hori, especially if the tank is wiggling, but you should really be trying to play this tank on the second and maybe third line at times, but depending on the setup, you can also play this tank on the first line. So tell me what you guys think about the Hori in the comment section below, and with that, Happy is out, and I'll definitely see you guys next time. Bye-bye.